What should we watch? Should we watch that? Nah, I'm not trying to be paranoid, bro. Alright, let's watch Scary Doorbell.
Too much Mac clutter?
Shout out the creepy cam, by the way. So I don't get copyrighted type shit. Bro, I swear it's always
This
the news.
first video was captured in the middle of the night at an apartment.
Hold on, bro. Why is this guy's voice kind of scary, though? What the fuck? Oh, no.
Complex in Toledo, O. The doorbell footage shows a man knocking on the front door with what looks like a firearm in his waistband. Now, the owner of the apartment didn't recognize the man, so she would question who it was. The unknown man would simply respond with "It's me." The homeowner would then further question his response, but rather than clarifying, he would simply give away through the front door.
It's me.
However, it would not be enough to get the homeowner to open it, so you would ultimately walk off. Disturbingly, as he does so, a second man pops up from a nearby dumpster and also walks off.
Oh, nah. Oh, nah. What the fuck?
But this wouldn't be the end of it. The two would then walk around to the back door, where they would attempt to pick its lock. The police were called, and when they arrived, the two were gone. Fortunately, unsuccessful in getting the door open. It's not 100% clear what the 2-minute planned. The almost empty-looking backpack at the first guy suggests they had planned to rob the place, but it's also possible they had much worse intentions. The two of them have yet to be identified by police.
Okay. Why does this guy say it's me like so casually, bro? They go, who is it? He goes, it's me. Like, I don't know. Maybe it'd work, I guess.
The homeowner in Texas would wake up one morning to find the gate into his backyard wide open. Curious, the man would review the cameras he had around his house, and this is the sign he was met with.
Bro, do you remember the fucking 2016 clowns, bro?
A man holding a knife and in a clown costume, complete with the suit and mask, casually walks around the property, looking inside the house and testing all the doors.
Fuck. Bro. I bet this is a real robber, bro. This guy checked every
This
entrance.
will, of course, take place in 2016, during that sort of killer clown craze
I
that
just
went
said
on
that.
for a few months.
I just said that.
Looking back, most people that participated in that were most likely just having fun trying to scare people. But there's no denying that others took advantage of the situation, genuinely attempting some pretty horrific crimes hidden under a clown mask, with this likely being one of those cases.
Nah.
It's clear the person in the costume is actually trying to break into the house with a knife. Though after being unsuccessful, the clown would eventually walk off, and despite a police report, that would be the end of it. Ultimately, the homeowner would be left with nothing but this disturbing footage.
Okay, bro. Not only one that scares me about that is like, he actually checked every door and every window. Like, usually when they're playing a prank, I feel like you see the front door, no one answers. Ha ha ha, it's funny. Bro, this guy checked, or woman, sorry. This person checked every entrance. God, I'm tweaking, bro, if I'm seeing that.
This footage was captured in Colorado in the middle of the night. The issue 3 mountain lions
It's a big
appearing
cat.
from the darkness and starting to walk around a set of houses. They were captured even going as far as to walk up onto the porch of one of the houses. Mountain lion sightings are known to be exceptionally rare in this specific area. Typically, they'll stay a lot further in the mountains where they have easier access to the deer that they prey on. To see them in an area with a lot of people, especially in the neighborhood, is not at all common, at least in this area. The 3 cans would eventually walk off, but there are almost no doubt things would have gone differently had one of these homeowners left their pets outside for the night, or possibly were even outside themselves. This doorbell camera footage was captured in Overland Park, KS, in March of 2017. Shown in the video is a nearby active house fire. The home of the neighborhood just across the street has been completely engulfed in flames. As the fire department arrives, neighbors can be seen desperately moving their parked cars away from the house.
Bro, I'm convinced. Like, this is not even that scary. Obviously, rest in peace to everybody there. But, like, this is like, bro, it's the music that makes everything scary. Listen to this shit.
Eventually, a flinging...
like, what the fuck, bro? Like, last one was 3 cats. Not 3 cats. 3 cougars, I think you said, sorry. Like, bro, it's just music that makes things scary, I swear.
piece of debris can be seen falling and landing on a set of bushes just in front of the camera.
Oh, shit. Wait, what?
The bushes quickly burst into flames. The fire starts spreading quickly, but before it's able to get out of hand, a neighbor notices it and attempts to put it out. He grabs a garden hose and sprays the fire while pressing the house's doorbell. However, the owner of the house isn't home and frantically tries to communicate this through the doorbell speaker.
Damn, that could have turned crazy, though. Should have burned down the house type shit.
In the end, the fire department would be able to put out the house fire and, with help from the neighbors, prevent it from spreading to nearby houses.
Damn, that's crazy, though. For real.
This video was posted by Doorbell News in September of 2022. This video shows a man knocking on the door at 3 a.m. He pounds on the door multiple times. This guy needs some help, but it's 3 in the morning and he needs to go away.
I might be faded, but like, it looks bright as fuck for 3 a.m., no? That looks like it's like just starting to mean evening. I might be faded for that, but I don't know.
Asks the homeowner to come to the door and talk to him.
Can you come talk to me, please?
About deep in his voice.
There was no reply from the homeowner. The guy went into the street and started looking for a lift. Then he comes again and starts pounding on the door. He gets aggressive and starts yelling. The homeowner called the police.
Lighting in the background, bro.
I don't know what he was looking for, but it was bizarre behavior.
So cracked out, man.
Historical footage was recorded just before 4:00 a.m. on
That's
a night in
historical.
August 2020. The video captures an unidentified man walking in front of a house and emptying a gas container over the yard and front porch. Shortly after he disappears off-screen, a large fire erupts just in front of the camera.
What's with people and fire, man? Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. What the fuck?
No one would be injured during the incident, however. Unfortunately, 2 houses and a vehicle would be damaged. The homeowner would claim to have no idea who could be responsible or who would even consider doing this to them. At least from an outside perspective, the act looks completely random with seemingly no reason behind it, making the clip all the more unsettling.
Yeah, nah.
On a night in September of 2021, A homeowner would get a suspicious knock on his door at about 3 o'clock in the morning. Upon opening his phone and looking at his doorbell camera, he would see two would look like teenagers identifying themselves as CPD or Columbus Police Department.
Nah, bro, just put the gun out type shit.
We need to ask you a couple questions.
The video shows the man in the front clearly holding a firearm, and the house sitter would eventually access the doorbell camera speed.
Did he distort his voice, or is that just what he sounds like? Cause like, why are we distorting this guy's voice, bro? Expose this guy.
To further question him.
Can I help you?
Oh, it's everybody.
CPD, we need to ask you a couple questions. I'm sorry? CPD, we need to ask you a couple questions. May you please step to the front door, please? CPD. Yes, this is CPD. We would like you to step to the door, please. Can I see a badge? We would like you to step to the door, please, sir. I don't have to show you a badge, sir.
The man refuses to show a badge because, well, obviously, he doesn't have one. The homeowner knew what was going on, so rather than stepping to the door, he would call the real police department and report two armed men at his front door. After a couple of minutes, the two would once again attempt to get the homeowner to open the door. But after that failed, and they would run off before the real police could show up.
CPD, open the door.
The two were most likely just looking to rob the man when he opened the door. But I mean, it's possible they had worse intentions in mind. There's just no way of knowing for sure. Both of them were never identified by police.
Ads. Bro, but like, that's sad. Like, imagine how many times it actually worked, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how many times they're gonna go do that and it's gonna work. That's what's sad. Like, that's what's scary to think about, I feel like.
In May of 2018, a woman would leave her parts car that was just outside her house unlocked overnight. Not surprisingly, someone would find the unlocked car and proceed to steal multiple items that were owned by the woman. A few hours later, the man responsible for the theft would be caught on the woman's doorbell camera attempting to use her set of keys that he had just stolen to unlock her house's front door.
Nah. What's his man's on?
This all took place while the house owner was home and sleeping, but luckily the set of keys he had stolen didn't have a house key on it, so the guy just ended up walking off. Had the set of keys contained a house key, things most likely would have ended much differently. Shown in this doorbell camera footage is an unknown man wearing an oddly disturbing mask. As he walks up to the door, his emotions alert the camera to start recording. And that's when you can see him grab the door handle, realize it's locked, and hesitantly knock on the door. The man would wait for only a few seconds before he would pull his sleeve over his hand and wipe off his fingerprints from the door handle before walking off. Around a minute later, the homeowner would come to the door and now see the man across the street sitting in a car. When she yelled down to him to see what he wanted, he would quickly speed off. The homeowner would later state that she had no idea who this man could have been or what he was doing there. The fact that he removed his own fingerprints from the door handle suggests that he had most likely given them to the police at some point. It's not completely unreasonable to conclude that this man had some sort of criminal record. Something else of note is that someone's heavy object can be seen weighing down his front pocket. It's not clear what this is, and more importantly, it's not clear who this man is. The mask would ultimately make it impossible for police to identify both the man's identity and his intentions.
Nah, bro, that mask is giving me like Purge vibes, bro. You guys ever watched Purge? It's crazy.
In July of 2021, a man...
You know what's crazy? I think I've seen this clip on TikTok. TikTok be having a lot of shit. I think I remember seeing this one.
Amanda Noack updated her Facebook with an alarming video. She took this video from her Ring doorbell. As she set in for sleep, someone rang her doorbell. She checked the app, only to see a man with gray hair and a full-grown gray beard presently knocking on her door and ringing the bell. Amanda didn't recognize this man, so she ignored the knocking, but the stranger didn't leave. As well as knocking, he kept repeating he wanted to talk to her and had questions for her.
Are you sure? I just rang the doorbell because I have a couple questions for you.
Why, bro, sound like that, bro?
Are you sure? I just rang the doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure?
This guy's...
What? Are you sure?
This guy's cracked out of his mind, bro. This guy's
I just
on
rang the
something.
doorbell because I have a couple questions for you. Are you sure? Are you positive?
Nah, this is it.
Are you sure?
I feel like this would just piss me off, though. Like, this should just, like, make me tweak.
When she was home alone, she called her husband to tell him what was happening and called 911. So Amanda's husband accessed...
Did bro just say 911? I've never heard anybody call that shit, bro. Like, what? I muted it. My bad, y'all.
wasn't doing the trick, so he decided to talk to him using the speaker.
Who are you? What? Yeah? Are you sure? Who are you? Yeah, I just got a couple questions. I just want to ask you about Yeah, can you hear me? What I'm looking for is the girl that's in the house to come out here because I'm gonna take her in.
What?
The girl that's on the other side of the store. See, that's good. I want to look at her to have a nice good night. And I just want to knock on the door.
What the fuck, bro?
After threatening the woman in a stone-cold tone, he's gone. He doesn't even seem scared off. He just leaves. As the man calmly walks away, he continues to talk to himself down the street.
What the fuck, bro? Nah, that guy's on something. That guy's on something.
Amanda was terrified, but she feared this man might move to another house and hurt someone. So she took the creepy footage and posted it on Facebook. And it was thanks to this Facebook post that this man was arrested.
Yo, that's... Fuck, bro. That's fucked. That's... Bro, I don't know what that last one was just crazy. Like, what? Let me see what some of the... I gotta... Bro. I don't know. Half of those, like, weren't even scary, though. Like, no... Jesus Christ, it's bright. Nah, like, no bullshit. Half of those, like, weren't even that scary, bro. Maybe, like, the first two. Like, that was kind of lame, bro. I should watch another one. I would just say, if a person is claiming to be a cop refuses to show you a badge, always assume they have bad intentions. Don't open the door. That's true. They can just be a dirty-ass cop, so... It's honestly terrifying how many crazy people like this are just really wandering around. Yeah, that's what I said, bro. Like, those two guys that were claiming to be cops, how many times is that going to work on random people? You know what I'm saying? This scares me more than any horror film. It's truly disturbing the amount of crazies wandering around at night. Amen, bro. Amen. 328. This is one of those times you start running the lights. Yeah, alright, we got one. Get up before it gets away. I just read that, bro. I swear I'm smart, bro. I can't read that shit. Barb, we got one. Get up before it gets away. What's 328? I'm gonna check.
Is actually trying to break into the house with a knife.
That's funny, actually. I'm always surprised that in the USA people have glass front doors and no shutters on the windows. It is easy to break a window. In France, we have very thick and armored front doors without glass, and we have shutters on the windows. It's additional security. Well, USA isn't very smart. Not trying to be political here, just saying. The last one gave me chills. Makes you think twice about opening your door blindly. I always look at the window first. Yeah, that's true. Those first guys were up to some dark and evil shit. Yeah, no, they really were. You know something is off when the mountain lions roaming around feels less certain than the psychopaths. Nah, for real though. I just said that too. Like, it wasn't even, those weren't even that scary. I don't even know. Alright, bro. I think that's enough, bro. I'm about to hop back on Call of Duty, bro. This is going to go to the YouTube channel. Hope everyone enjoyed it. If you want to see more stuff like this, let me know. I'm always streaming on the Purple app, you know what I'm saying? Twitch TV. Prosperity TV / Bro, why am I not saying this right? Prosperity TV _ / Twitch TV, bro. Catch me live, bro. We pushing Iridescent. Top two. I'm going to go for Iridescent top 250 right now. I'm just sitting in Crim, but I'm trying to push some top 250 type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, hope y'all enjoy. Peace out.